Have you ever wondered if our presence here is just one part of a vast repeating cycle, rather than a singular incident? According to numerous spiritual and philosophical traditions, what we typically call human existence is actually part of a greater cycle referred to as the Wheel of Life. In this view, the core, or soul, goes through countless incarnations, each providing opportunities for growth, learning, and purification. In Eastern systems, this repeating cycle is called samsara, where the being evolves until reaching completeness and liberation. Reincarnation posits that the core re-enters the physical realm over and over, encountering new lessons and addressing unresolved matters. Each span is seen as a brand new chapter, filled with carefully arranged relationships, challenges, and scenarios designed to spark consciousness. Far from random, these events flow out of a balance between karma and free will. As existence unfolds, the core can progress, stall, or even regress, depending on the actions it takes and how it grapples with each revelation. The path itself isn't linear, but forms a spiral pattern in which situations may repeat until comprehension and transformation finally break the cycle. Welcome to the sacred journey. Different wisdom traditions explain this wheel in their own unique ways. Hinduism and Buddhism both stress samsara and the necessity of transcending it through deep spiritual insight. In Hinduism, the chief aim is to attain MOA, or liberation from reincarnation, while in Buddhism, the sought-after goal is nirvana, the cessation of desire and suffering. Hermetic teachings describe the core as a divine spark that enters matter to learn and gain self-awareness, undergoing inner alchemy to refine its heavier layers and ultimately reunite with the One. Meanwhile, in Christianity, particularly Gnostic or mystical threads, reincarnation emerges as a process of purification aimed at returning to divine union. Central to this cosmic voyage is the interplay between free will and karma. Karma is not a punishment, but a universal law of equilibrium and education. Every deed or thought sets off consequences that shape upcoming experiences, creating an intertwined pattern guiding the core. Free will grants the freedom to choose responses to these circumstances, determining one's path and shaping personal destiny. Ultimately, the journey revolves around elevating consciousness and returning to our true origin. By encountering varying roles, victim, villain, teacher, or student, the core gradually perceives the oneness of everything and develops compassion, wisdom, and a sincere sense of care. Over time, it gains enough insight to move beyond required reincarnation, either choosing to serve others or transcending the physical plane altogether. The Wheel of Life doesn't represent hollow suffering. Rather, it's a sacred instrument for spiritual expansion. Every incarnation presents a fresh opportunity for understanding and redemption, drawing the core ever nearer to its inherent divinity. Karma, however frequently misunderstood, is basically cause and effect in the soul's journey. Every action, intention, or thought will ultimately manifest consequences that influence future realities. Far from a form of vengeance, karma is more like a mirror, reflecting back what needs resolution and enabling the core to refine itself. Meanwhile, free will endows us with the capacity to navigate each test and recalibrate our trajectory. Together, they form a vibrant synergy, with the core simultaneously writing its own narrative and learning from it as it goes. Challenging circumstances frequently appear as echoes of earlier deeds, providing occasions for development rather than any form of revenge. Through these interactions, karma fosters empathy and responsibility, allowing consciousness to expand fairly over time. While karmic imprints from prior spans hold some sway, free will always remains accessible to shift or enhance these patterns. Loving, compassionate choices encourage a smoother evolution, whereas repetition of harm, resentment, or selfishness traps one in further cycles of learning. Individual karma pertains to personal motives and fallout, while collective karma applies to communities, nations, and civilizations, reflecting the shared experiences of a group. In all cases, the rules remain unbiased and precise, propelling each being in alignment with its frequency and decisions. Free will and karma do not oppose each other. They are complementary forces. One provides freedom and accountability, while the other ensures understanding and equilibrium. This interplay is an integral part of the core's overall mechanism of progress, enabling each individual to chart a personal route toward awakening. Recognizing these principles, one can proceed with heightened awareness, treating every situation as a pathway to evolution and transcendence. The physical plane stands not just as a temporary platform, but as a fundamental arena for the core's growth. The material realm offers a stark contrast of polarities: light and darkness, comfort and suffering, care and dread, thus unveiling truths the soul needs to face and transform. These dualities help cultivate inner might, perception, and a deeper sense of discernment. In the spiritual domain, everything is fluid, but in this physical form, the being must actively choose and stay alert. Upon arriving here, the core experiences separation, momentarily losing its recognition of unity. The constraints of having a form, complete with its demands and instincts, add further dimensions to each lifetime. Unlike in higher planes, time now proceeds sequentially, allowing the results of one's actions to unfold step by step. Physical duality forms an exceptional teacher. Suffering teaches empathy, lack breeds gratitude, and loss promotes acceptance. Without the tangible backdrop of materiality, no lesson could take root so profoundly. Still, this dense environment can also ensnare the core in illusions of fear, harmful desire, or ego-based attachments. Many persist through multiple incarnations entrenched in superficial pursuits, status, or power, consequently slowing their awakening. But even this is a valuable phase. Every core evolves at its own ideal speed. Prior to re-entering the physical plane, the core partakes in a detailed planning interval, evaluating past incarnations, identifying unfinished tasks, and determining the obstacles and gifts to encounter next. This is not enforced by any external hand, but guided from within, with assistance from advanced beings and spiritual mentors. The main purpose is to facilitate growth, address karmic imbalances, and expand awareness. During this reflective period, the soul perceives the broad connections linking past actions with upcoming experiences, pinpoints unhealthy patterns needing resolution, and chooses contexts apt for that evolution. This includes selecting the new form, the family unit, cultural surroundings, and the key hurdles that will shape life. While some events may feel entirely coincidental from a human perspective, on a soul level, they're meticulously arranged for maximum advancement. Incarnation does not unfold in a vacuum either. Often, the core arranges spiritual agreements with other beings, forging significant connections, whether loving or challenging, so that all involved can evolve. Not all of these bonds bring harmony. At times, we predetermine difficult roles to speed one another's growth. Free will always enters the equation, letting every individual reinterpret or shift the course as they mature. Once inhabiting a new form, the soul passes through the so-called veil of forgetfulness, shedding conscious memories of prior incarnations and the plan designed before birth. This amnesia is critical for genuine growth, enabling the soul to experience the new chapter authentically. However, hints and inner signals keep appearing through symbolic dreams, synchronicity, or an unmistakable sense of familiarity with people or places, all gently pointing the way. By grasping the significance of incarnation planning, one can better navigate life's ups and downs with acceptance, accountability, and mindful engagement. Before stepping into matter, the core dwells in an elevated condition of pure presence. No separation, no linear time, no physical borders. It feels the oneness of existence, deeply united with the divine. Contrasted with Earth's fragmented and dual reality, this dimension grants full clarity unclouded by ego-based illusions. Even so, an intrinsic drive for expansion motivates the core to re-enter a denser space. As a seed must be sown in soil to blossom, the soul's innate thirst for understanding propels it toward materiality. This aspiration does not arise from any outer void, but from the soul's core desire to realize its highest potential. Pre-incarnate consciousness can shift to multiple vantage points, revisiting old memories, analyzing the outcomes of its deeds, and looking for unresolved themes. This awareness reveals not just the core's individual path, but also the sophisticated web linking all beings. The soul realizes that the earthly journey delivers challenges unattainable in purely spiritual dimensions, such as the intense emotions and linear timelines that facilitate real-world experience of unconditional care. Still, by incarnating, one also assumes the veil of forgetfulness, losing direct knowledge of all these vantage points. The result? A truly original experience in which the soul must rediscover its deeper wisdom and spiritual truths. In the earliest incarnations, the main challenge is adapting to physical limitations and guaranteeing safety. Here, spiritual cognition is minimal, as the soul strongly identifies with the form and basic instincts. Initial progress is more about encountering fear, hunger, and belonging, without a full grasp of moral or empathic principles. Over several rounds, the core engages with more intricate social ties, learning that its deeds echo in the experiences of others. Gradually, a broader sense of self grows, going beyond mere survival. Fledgling sparks of insight ignite, leading the being to question life's purpose and deeper significance. A key feature of these first incarnations is the heartache of being cut off from the infinite. Returning to the condensed and often harsh earthly environment ignites a subliminal longing for the unity once known. Without spiritual maturity, many attempt to satisfy this yearning through attachments, money, power, or fleeting pleasure. With time, the soul comes to see that true fulfillment is an internal process, uncovered only through sincere introspection. Thus, these initial epochs serve as raw training, laying down the essential base for future spiritual depth. Setbacks and hardships are not penalties, but an inseparable part of the growth trajectory, guiding the soul to adopt empathy, patience, and curiosity about the unseen. Following physical demise, the core doesn't vanish or instantly enter a fresh embodiment. Instead, it transitions to an interlife phase within subtler realms, thoroughly reviewing the previous span and preparing for the next. This respite may vary in length or complexity based on one's awareness level and spiritual needs. Initially, a detailed life review unfolds, guided by more evolved presences. The soul revisits key moments, not to face condemnation, but to fully comprehend the ripple effects of its actions on others. It feels the joys and pains it once generated, fostering a deeper appreciation for karma. A restful, healing interval follows, allowing the soul to recharge from the rigors of earthly existence. It may spend time in astral planes resonant with its personal frequency, reconnecting with loved ones or similar level beings. Some undertake advanced learning or even assist with guiding incarnated souls. The interlife is dynamic, a period of both assimilation and planning, shaped by the soul's spiritual standing. At higher tiers, the core can collaborate with cosmic councils, organizing upcoming events or aiding in the collective advancement of consciousness. For those laden with deep trauma or remorse, a phase of purification can be essential before moving on. When the time is right, the design for another incarnation is laid. The soul never journeys in isolation. Key events and relationships are meticulously arranged in tandem with other beings, shaping the blueprint for shared growth. These contracts arise from mutual agreement and can involve either supportive or adversarial roles, all orchestrated to push each other forward. Soul groups unite clusters of beings bound by shared karmic attachments, akin intentions, or parallel spiritual aims. They cycle through multiple incarnations together, adopting varied roles, parent, partner, rival, to facilitate learning. Free will remains a vital factor. No matter what is planned, real-time decisions can adjust the storyline. Inside these soul groups, some serve as mentors or intangible guides, offering nudges and awakenings throughout the journey. Recognizing these networks infuses our earthly bonds with purpose, unveiling that no significant encounter arises by chance. We become more adept at navigating interpersonal friction, cherishing each exchange as a means for mutual refinement. Post-interlude, the next span emerges, founded upon prior lessons, karmic threads, and intended aims for further development. Variables such as geography, family structure, or era are all thoughtfully picked out, aligning with the soul's current evolutionary requirements. Certain incarnations are deliberately rigorous, helping the soul build resilience, while calmer lifetimes may serve to solidify past gains. Here, too, free will surfaces, presenting alternate routes and spontaneous outcomes. This blueprint is flexible, not an unbendable prophecy. With each act, the soul modifies the terrain, learning in unanticipated ways. Some paths may be sidestepped, some karma neutralized, and other possibilities unlocked as self-awareness blossoms. Through it all, the soul strives to converge toward its authentic essence, which lies beyond finite cycles of birth and death. This trajectory, called MOA in some Hindu teachings, or nirvana in Buddhism, or simply ascension in more universal contexts, reflects a high maturity in which the being detaches from illusions of duality and the binding power of karma. Early on, the soul is wrapped up in primal appetites and drives, but gradually it senses something grander just beyond the physical veil. Pain, exploration, and spiritual experiences coax it to question the deeper truths of existence. As the soul develops, it takes on qualities like unconditional care, detachment, empathy, and wisdom, step by step dismantling negative karmic loops. Enduring tests and breakthroughs pave the way for transcending obligatory reincarnation. Liberation isn't an escape from the earthly realm, but rather the culmination of understanding and unity. Freed from illusions, the core can still choose to reincarnate, often returning out of compassion to elevate the collective journey. Techniques such as meditation, selfless action, devotion, and pursuit of universal truths can quicken this process. But no single route holds a monopoly on success. Each soul travels at its own pace, shaped by unique lessons and readiness. When the soul at last transcends the illusions of the physical realm, it regains oneness with the Source, conscious of its eternal link to the universe. Through the ages, certain highly evolved beings voluntarily re-entered the material plane without karmic compulsion. Their motive was pure service, guiding us by example to step free from illusions. Figures like Buddha, Jesus, and Krishna are revered for shining a spotlight on compassion, forgiveness, detachment, and universal love, bridging dogmatic gaps to share timeless wisdom. Beyond these famed teachers exist many lesser-known guides who operate quietly, yet their influence is profound. Through subtle teachings, healing work, or simply radiating presence. Some doctrines, including esoteric Buddhism and Hermetic traditions, speak of ascended masters, souls occupying advanced levels who keep aiding humanity from exalted planes, catalyzing transformation. These masters don't just impart a theory. Their real-life stories demonstrate unwavering commitment to enlightenment. Many lived through severe trials or faced intense hostility, yet persisted, fueled by an unshakable conviction of unity and the divine. Their roles are to empower, not to foster dependency. Our own progress depends on individual initiative. We must each work to practice the high virtues they taught. In recognizing their mission, we awaken to the profound truth that we too can serve. Even without being fully realized, anyone can help further collective evolution by radiating positivity, teaching, or practicing kindness. Thus, the spirit of the Masters endures through every being who decides to act with wisdom and compassion, progressively awakening the collective human journey.